What's going on, everyone? This is Mitch. I hope you are having a great start to your day. Happy Mother's Day to all the wonderful women out there, all the wonderful mothers. We appreciate y'all so much as men, as husbands, as fathers, and definitely y'all make an incredibly impactful role in life, in children's lives, and husbands' lives. So thank y'all. Definitely want to get that out first and foremost. Very important day for the women. So happy Mother's Day. I hope you all enjoy your day. Unfortunately, depending on where you live in the country, in areas of the deep south, mid-south, the potential for severe weather may disrupt some plans y'all may have for family and things like that. So I definitely want to make y'all aware if you live in areas in kind of the far northeastern areas of Texas, Arkansas, Tennessee, Louisiana, Mississippi, and even Alabama later tonight. The chance of severe weather has actually went up. We're at a level 3 out of 5. I actually mentioned that last night, that it was a possibility. And so we're going to talk about that and kind of talk about what can we expect. A few things have changed since the video last night, so we'll talk about it. If you guys have not subscribed, definitely hit the subscribe button. Your support is definitely valued and appreciated, so thank y'all. Definitely like the video if you like it. And let's get going here. So what we got here is the Storm Prediction Center has upgraded, expanded the slight risk ever so slightly, more outward on every side. Enhanced risk basically is right here in Arkansas, even areas, a little small area of Tennessee, including Memphis, into Mississippi, northern Louisiana, and eastern areas of Texas. Now, I did say just northeast Texas, but my bad. I'm geographically challenged this morning. There's a good chunk of eastern Texas that's also going to see severe weather today. So this is a level enhanced, is a level 3 out of 5. This is a big deal. So what you got is just basically a moist sector, a warm sector. It's going to ride out ahead of a cold front that's going to end up sweeping through the entire eastern U.S. except maybe southern Florida. They don't really make it that far south this time of the year, and that is going to deliver some very chilly air, and I'll talk about that here in the next 24 hours or so, because there's a chance that we could break some record low highs or high lows, basically high temperatures being very, very low. So we'll talk about that, but a big time severe weather event for your Mother's Day out here. Basically surface low out here riding the cold front and the low-level jet that's going to definitely promote a large hail threat. The potential for 1 to 2 inch diameter hail, damaging winds is a big threat, and a few tornadoes. I think we will end up seeing that today. So what you got going on is energy that affected the Midwest yesterday. This is going to fire up as we get daytime heating. You got dew points in this area rising all the way up into the 60s and 70s. It's plenty moist at the surface, so the atmosphere at the surface is definitely primed. You have some bulk shear riding through here. So what's going to happen here as you get into the early afternoon hours of today, around 2, 3, 4, you're going to get I mentioned 1 to 3 hours yesterday of discrete cells, but I think that we might get 2 to 4, maybe more hours of some discrete development of thunderstorms. Discrete as in they're isolated cells, and what that means is there's a chance for supercells. Supercells are rotating thunderstorms. Supercells are what can create tornadoes. So you have to watch out, especially, look here. This is going to be a wild card here in eastern Texas. I think eastern Texas could potentially see some tornado-warned cells today. So if you're around Dallas points east in this area down to Waco, they're going to be a lot more discrete and isolated here in Texas. But here in northern Louisiana, definitely a severe weather threat here. This is just into the early to mid-afternoon hours. And Arkansas, big time threat. This is where the enhanced risk is kind of sitting right here. And then you start to move deeper into the afternoon, more into the evening. And even though there's a line developing, you can look at this model, the HRRR model, which is normally what I show because it's had a very good track record this severe weather season. Even though there's a line forming and it's becoming more clustered up, there's still individual storms here. So that kind of worries me that they could be, I guess, rain wrapped, or basically you're not going to necessarily see it coming because there's a lot of rain basically, and there's a lot going on. So we need to watch out, especially right in this time frame right here. This is getting to 3, 4, 5, 6 o'clock. as the energy is starting to get into southeastern Arkansas, here and looking eastern Texas, Louisiana, and it's starting to get into Mississippi. In time, you get going here, and it kind of just turns into a lot of heavy rain, and it might turn out into kind of a bowed out line of storms and begins to kind of move from north to south instead of northwest to southeast. But we'll see how that kind of happens. Also want to mention here in Florida, there might be some severe thunderstorms later on if you're vacationing in Florida for your Mother's Day, so definitely be aware of that. But you're getting into the late evening now at this point. So if you're living, say, in central Louisiana into around the Jackson area, you're going to see more severe weather today. And even getting into the Birmingham and Alabama area, it's definitely might be a rocky evening as you get in closer to late night into the midnight area, and you got just an area of showers. So I wanted to mention here in the Carolinas, there's going to be a severe weather threat tomorrow that I'll probably mention tonight in the video. Definitely not as bad as it looks like it's going to be today. But like I said, you move it back to this. This is where a big tornado threat can be today. Definitely around more of the early to mid-afternoon hours. So keep your eye on the sky if you're in Arkansas, Louisiana, Texas, Mississippi, Tennessee, Alabama, especially when you get later this evening. Honestly, there might be more moisture now showing up in more areas of the Carolinas and Georgia than originally thought. I know I had a comment yesterday talk about Georgia. Later tonight, y'all might have a broken up line of severe storms that potentially moves through to promote some heavy wind. But hail threat is big today, for sure, especially earlier in the afternoon. I want to show you this. This is the winds. I know it's going to be kind of hard to see on the screen because I know my video is only showing 720. I'm going to work in the future to make it in 1080. But you look at the wind directions. They're kind of coming out from the, basically they're riding around the surface low, kind of getting jolting up here. You have a low-level jet riding through here, bringing moist air at the surface, higher dew points. And you've got some high winds even when it's not storming. But these individual storms, you can probably see them a little bit showing up like right there, right near Shreveport. There is definitely going to be a damaging wind threat as basically a pattern change is wrapping in behind this severe weather threat. So more stable air moves in, more dry air, and more cooler air for May. But you have to watch out for some heavy, strong winds right here along this line of storms. Supercell composite parameter, just explain what a supercell is. So it maxes out really here in the early afternoon hours in Arkansas, where it's earlier in the event, and the storms initialize here, and when they originally get going, they're more discrete in nature, so they're more supercellular-like, meaning they're more isolated and more chance of tornadic activity here in Arkansas for sure. And even into Memphis, we have to watch out. This has a chance to overproduce today. I hope it doesn't, but definitely be weather aware today. I would not be surprised if we get a few tornadoes out of this today. It could get kind of dangerous. I'm a little worried, honestly, but I'm hoping it does not materialize like it's kind of starting to show it might. Tornado parameter here, 2 to 3 on the STP. Here, a graph right over here. But I think somebody will get a tornado today, probably in Arkansas, northern Louisiana, and I wouldn't be surprised at all in eastern Texas earlier this afternoon into the mid to maybe later afternoon, so around the 3 to 6 p.m. range for sure. So y'all stay weather aware today because it can get kind of dangerous. Definitely watch out for the moms out there. And if you got any outdoor activities going, it's going to be a nice day to start out with in these same areas, just like any day with severe storms. A lot of days with severe storms, it starts out beautiful. It's real humid outside. It feels like a summer day. The birds are chirping. Not many clouds in the sky. And you're thinking, man, how are we going to get storms today? Well, you are. So be weather aware. Stay safe out there, and y'all stay blessed. And I'll have y'all an update later this afternoon. And y'all have a great day.